Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We are back for, I want to say it's like week 18, but I'm just going to call it Div 1, Div 2 playoffs, first round. There was no Premiership games this weekend, so there's been a lot more focus on the Div 1 and the Division 2, Division 2 semi-finals and the Div 1 quarterfinals. So this should be a fun one. Evening, Gary. How are you? And it wasn't me playing. So we also had Mateo in action on the weekend as well. So we will get through into that as well. Unfortunately, I was in Belgium on the weekend, so I wasn't able to do any of the picks.
How was it?
How
was Belgium?
The Belgium Grand Prix was spectacular. It was spectacular. I've slowly been sharing pictures that I've taken on that weekend as well. So there's a lot to come out from myself. And I've still got a couple games to update and edit as well. So it's going to be a very interesting one. How was your weekend, Mateo?
Saturday I worked, sold a few cars, as you do. Sunday I had a dreaded trip to Hull for the game against Humber, where we won. I'll go into that more later. And then I had the dreaded trip back after being battered left, right, and centre. I am covered in so many bruises; it's ridiculous.
Oh God!
And then I won't lie, I indulged in several alcoholic drinks last night. I got up on karaoke, bit of this, a bit of that, and yeah, great little night. And back in work today.
Hey. All right, so let's just get straight into the Division 2 playoffs, shall we? The Division 2 semi-finals games. Now, there were a couple of there was three shockers. Sorry. I'm looking at all the results. I'm looking at everything. I'm looking at the three shocking results. Hi, Jamie. I thank you for your comment. So we are going on to the three shockers I did see, even though one was a surprise, not a surprise victory, but the scoreline was much of a surprise. So we're going to start off with Leicester Panthers versus Gateshead Senators. This game ended 63-0. Are Leicester the powerhouse in Division 2? Oh, well, they are the powerhouse in a sense. But what happened to Gateshead?
Look, Leicester could hold. Thanks, Adam. Leicester could hold their own in the Prem. I played Leicester this season. By the way, a great bunch of guys. Dean has got a solid unit going on there. Sometimes you've got to go back one step to go forward two steps. I'm just putting this as a prediction that they'll do 2 promotions in a row. That's if they can keep the same culture, the same squad. They're really good.
Yeah.
Gateshead, I've said this, and I've had a few bits of criticism, and I'm gonna, no one's exempt from criticism.
Yeah.
But Gateshead are in a league it's just not great. I think you've seen in especially the playoffs, other standards of Div 1, Div 2 compared to other standards. There's a massive disparity. 63-0 in a playoff game is wild.
It's very wild.
But thinking back, does it not remind you of the COVID scores when you had Prem teams playing Div 2 teams?
Yes, but I get where you're coming at with that.
Yeah.
Leicester technically should be in Division 1 still. Potentially fighting to get promoted to Prem. But obviously, unfortunately, it looks like the failings is going to be their upcoming.
Yeah, I mean, look, when you're doing a rebuild on loads of momentum, it's going to be so much easier. But they're all a great bunch of guys. You know, you can only beat you put for it. Yeah, that's spot on. We're the only team that scored a touchdown against them this season. Like,
Oh, wow.
you know, that speaks volumes. You know, of how decent they are. I will say, I would love to be at that Birmingham game. I might be able to, because I booked the date off for the final, and for some reason, Sheffield have requested it be delayed to the end of August, and that's been granted. I don't know why.
It's meant to be on the 31st, so that's technically that.
No, 17th of August. We got.
Oh wait, no, this isn't the Sorry, this isn't the promotion game, is it?
Yeah. Our promotion is Sheffield. I thought it was the 17th of August, but apparently it's been pushed.
No,
back.
it's meant to be the 31st. I think all the promotion relegation matches should be played on the 31st.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I want to say you're wrong here, mate.
No, they're all done on the 31st because that's when the Div 1 promotion relegation matches are meant to be played as well. So everything's all.
Look, I'd love to see that game. Obviously, I'm playing my one because Bulls are a great bunch of guys as well. And do they deserve to? Yeah, see, Gary's right. Yeah.
Oh, well, fair enough.
I believe they've had a push back to try and get some uni guys back. I've been speaking with a mutual friend who is a legend who I'm not going to name, but he knows who he is.
Name him.
And I believe they're doing it to try and get some uni guys back. And I get it. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, see, look, every one of them is the 17th bar ours. It just
okay, fair.
So, but I think Bath is a bit. I'm trying not to swear because people don't really want us to swear, but Bath is a bit for doing that.
The issue is, I think it's in the home team's hands now. If they're not able to rent out the fields until the 31st, then it's kind of out of their hand. Again, no one knows what the whole situation is. So this is just all speculation at the same time.
Look. Going back to Leicester, let's not shy away from that. That is an absolute belter of a score. That is. They're going to be carrying in some momentum into that game, and I'll be very interested to see how that game goes.
100%. They've got 3 weeks to prepare for that game, if I'm correct.
Plenty of time to rest. And listen, that squad doesn't lack numbers. They've got 50-odd players. And all, 53 units, 55, whatever it was, I can't remember. They'll be fine. They'll be fine.
Yeah. Okay. Now let's move on to the next game in Division 2 semi-finals. We're talking about Hereford Stampede versus Ipswich Cardinals. Now this game ended 33-20 to Hereford Stampede. It's a lot closer than I would have thought it would have been. Yeah,
definitely. I think we all, if we'd have done the picks, we'd have, right. I know we've not done the picks. I'd have picked, if I'm being honest, I'd have picked Leicester. I think we all would have.
Yeah.
We'd have all picked Hereford. That's no disrespect to Ipswich. You're going in a second seed. I get it. Literally get it. But that game was a lot closer. And I think it was real close right until the end as well. So, listen, Cardinals can dust themselves off. They've not finished the season now. They maybe have wanted to. They maybe want to go all the way. Take that momentum into the off-season. Do well. Come back next season. Who's Hereford down as playing then?
Hereford will have to. Essex Tridents.
Is that right?
I think they're playing Essex Tridents because Essex Tridents are in the south. Yeah.
Yeah, let me get it up.
Well, I actually don't know how the Division 2 one.
No.
Because the other game had to play as well. Which
Hereford have got Somerset Wyverns. So you're getting it mixed. You're getting it mixed up with Div 1. So we won our semi-final. We're in the final. So that's the same with Hereford. Hereford have got to play the Wyverns, and I'd fancy Hereford there because I think the Wyverns have scored 1 touchdown all season.
Right. Okay. So that's a journey.
Yeah.
Oh God. Oh. Although they are sort of on the same area in the side of England. No.
Well, the other one which we're going to go to, is Oxford Saints versus Berkshire Renegades. My southern geography is horrendous.
No, the game is. Oh, all right, is this scoreline correct? Oxford Saint 22, Cornwall Monarchs 28.
No, Saints won 33-28.
Okay, so that needs updating real quickly. Sorry. I will give it to the Saints, to be honest. This seems like it's an easy one. Cornwall, I'm not surprised. I'm surprised that they actually put up a decent fight.
Saints. I mean, I know we're still talking. Are we still talking about Hereford, or are we moving on?
We can move on. Hereford,
yeah. So Saints lost last week, so I don't know if there's a few injuries or something.
Yeah, we did have that discussion. It was a discussion of did they just play? Did they give them?
Unless you're in that club, you're not going to know. We're only assuming. But for me, Cornwall will be gutted at 5 points. You know, it's not even a touchdown and a field goal. It's just a touchdown. I wasn't checking the score updates because we had the delayed kickoff at 4 p.m. But no.
Yeah, from what it looks like, it was a hell of a game. I'm impressed with how Cornwall Monarchs finished their season. Again, at the beginning of the season, didn't expect much out of Cornwall. Didn't expect much of them at all, and they proved me wrong 100%. And the fact that they've made it to the semi-finals of Division 2 to potentially get promoted was good.
We were
33-10 up in the third quarter. Cornwall fought back. Wow. Touchdown and a field goal returned, called back for. Ow.
Someone, whether it's Holden or wherever, that person will be kicking himself.
And I know we streamed this game. Obviously, I wasn't able to watch it. So it looks like it was a great game to have on. But at the same time, were it simple mistakes that caused it? But mentality, you can't be doing blocking the bats in such a crucial game. You've got to be careful with how you go about it.
How do you fancy Saints versus Renegades?
Saints should win it.
Okay.
I believe Saints should win it. So we'll see what happens there. But congratulations to Oxford Saints on their big victory. Congratulations to Hereford Stampede as well. And congratulations to Leicester Panthers on all making it to their finals in Division 2. Now, let's talk about the team that I did not expect to see going into the finals. Lancashire Buccaneers 26, Humber Warhawks 5. Please, Matteo, give us an idea of what exactly happened in this game.
Everything that I said would happen. We'd win. Why do people doubt me? Listen, first of all, Humber, great bunch of guys. There was a lot of late hits. Do you want the full story, like what I told beforehand? Do you want that?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, all right. So there was late hits. At one point, our running back fumbled the ball. I've jumped on the ball. Someone grabbed my manhood and squeezed it while another guy was pinching me arm for me to let go of the ball. Didn't let go of the ball. There was extremely late hits. I think it was more frustration than they're off. I have said all season that their division isn't great. So when they're winning, and we've both said this, when you're going up against teams and you're winning 40-0, 50-0, whatever. But before our game had kicked off, we could see that Leicester Panthers were winning 50-0. And this team, who they were winning against, scored 20 against these. So it was just trusting the process. So I think they only got a first down like 6 or 7 times, might be more, I don't know. They were winning 3-0 at half time. That was a field goal. And then we just switched things up a bit. And as soon as we got our touchdown, they just crumbled. So we won convincingly. We tried a few other things as well, which was great. CJ, MJ, whatever you want to call him, our linebacker was a unit. Special teams were brilliant. All of it, it was just a solid day. But I think what people are forgetting is yes, we've had 3 defeats this season. Who have they been against? Leicester. So no, we've got Sheffield. Sorry, there's a domestic going on in my street, proper kicking off there. We've got Sheffield. Look, Sheffield are obviously in a bit of a crisis. The game's been delayed for apparent reasons. But no, it was a great game. I'm covered in bruises. I'm absolutely broken, but I wouldn't have it any other way. It was absolutely brilliant. And on to Sheffield, and hopefully MJ, yeah. And on to Sheffield, and hopefully get the win, get a ring, and get very drunk.
Yes, and you'll be playing in Division 1 next year, no?
I will not be playing nowhere next year. Yeah, I will not. I've got a few ideas for what I want to do next year. Obviously, I'm doing this. I've got my new show launching with this, which we haven't announced about yet, but I'm sure that'll come out soon. But next year, fundraising, social media type of stuff for clubs. Okay. I've dropped too much weight as it is, mate. Yeah, shows to domestic outside. Honestly, mate, I would, but where I live in Widnes. The women are harder than men. That's all right.
But again, Matteo, you proved us wrong. And I have to say, I apologize for doubting your squad, your team. Humber, I guess you're going back to the drawing board next season and potentially trying to get back up next year.
They need another decent team in that league. So the footage I was able to see, it was bad in terms of what they were going up against.
Yeah.
I got a voice note from the Leicester GM. Again, great guy. And he said that us playing them made us better, and he wasn't wrong at all, because we're going up against very high Div 1, Prem standard, whatever you want to call it, even though they're in Div 2, and that's made us better. Whereas they've just absolutely battered everyone. They've gone up against Lima, do that, engage once, then just let them run past. So yeah, it's always not great when you get to that scenario where you're playing someone decent and you've not played anyone decent all year. Does your plan B work? Does your plan C work? But no, good bunch of guys. I wish them all the best. They've got some really good players there, and hopefully they can dust themselves off for next year.
Good. Whoa. Apologies, I don't know what that was.
Can't have that
crap. So now we're going to move up to Division 1.
Yep.
But before we do that, we're going to talk about the Division 1 lowest seeding playoff. Though we had Berkshire Renegades versus Essex Tridents, where Essex Tridents won 37-4. Now, that's a great victory by Essex Tridents. It is very unfortunate for Berkshire Renegades. Wait, 4 points. 2 safeties?
Gotta be.
Has to be 2 safeties.
Yeah.
They had a decent showing out. Well, they tried to put out a decent showing, but the quality of everyone else in Division 1 that's been around for a couple years is probably just too much for them to come up and survive a whole entire season playing the teams that they've had to play. Essex Trident, luckily, they are a good enough team to beat the worst team in Division 1.
It's a bit of a confidence booster. I was wondering why this game was on there, because this isn't a playoff game. Ignore that. Yes. Yeah, it is. Sorry, I'm not. Yeah, it's your mic. Your mic's sending me doolally again. Look, it's Essex has just got the win. 2 safeties, which is fair enough. I don't know if they we had the safety. Because obviously our score was 5. They scored a safety and a field goal. Great win for Essex. Move on. Crack on. Job done.
Cool. So, Division 1 quarterfinals.
Let's go.
Let's go. We're going to start with the North.
Yeah.
Merseyside Nighthawks 24.
Oh, mate.
Sandwell Steelers 15.
Mate, I tell you what, that is mental. I know Steelers have got a few injuries. but I think I'm sure they would have felt confident in that. Is it the standard of other Div 1s? I don't know. However, Steelers have been promoted. They've done very well to get to there.
Yeah.
They'll dust them. They will have set themselves goals of where they want to be. To be back-to-back champions in terms of their actual league is brilliant. I'll be interested to see what they do off-season. I imagine they're going to come back even better for next season. I know they've recruited well, and I'm sure other clubs around that area, because there are quite a few clubs around that area, they will recruit well on that one. Nighthawks shocked me. Well done. Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
I did see it. I did see a post before from one of their players stirring the pot with the Yorkshire Rams, who they play.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not going to name any names, but I seen something on fire. Put it that way. I'm not into none of that, mate. I think it's fair. But no, that'll be very interesting to see that game next week. Well done, Nighthawks. There's some great guys in that club as well. Again, these recruited really well, even throughout the season. They've got a few Titans players. Has that glued in? Is it enough? Is it settled in enough where they can upset the Rams? It's football. Anything can happen.
Upset the Rams? I think that'll be a big push.
I do. I agree with you. But did anyone predict that Nighthawks would win?
No, me or Steve, neither of us picked.
I'd have picked the Steelers.
Yeah. Everyone would go with the Steelers because it was the
third seed versus the 8th seed or something like that.
Yeah.
So we'd have all picked the Steelers. Anyone who's saying they wouldn't have is a barefaced liar.
So congratulations, Merseyside. I did not give you a sliver of a chance to win this game at all. You showed everyone that you are still a Prem-ish team.
They are, though. They're an ex-Prem team.
Yeah, you are a Prem team, so technically you've got the players up there.
Yeah.
And you showed that even though your season may not have gone how you expected it, you still made the playoffs, and you are still in the chance to get promoted back to the Premiership North, which 2 teams will get put up straight away, which then makes everything a lot more interesting with the next game that we're about to talk about. Scunthorpe Alphas 34, Northampton Knights 7.
I'm not even remotely surprised.
Yeah, I'm not surprised either. Scunthorpe are a good team. They've got a good outfit. I believe if the offensive coordinator is still there, Nick Bagnall, I believe he's at Scunthorpe. I can't remember, but you've got everything set out for you. Now it's your chance to go and take it. Again, last season they all had to either go through the Caesars or they had to go. I can't remember who this. Oh, the Rams.
The Rams, yeah.
So again, they got to go up against the Rams at some point potentially.
But right. So that game, although they'll both be promoted, there's a little bit of a less of the need to win.
Yeah.
Trust me, I know how both these teams are towards each other. And I've said to you, even you've got loads of bites out of me for it, who I think will finish top trump this season. But Warwick has got an absolute solid and respectful unit there. He's a brilliant guy to deal with as well. He keeps asking, the right questions for his team and getting the right answers. I also think we should start streaming some of their games and more games in the North. That's me. But no, I think they'll do Glasgow as well this weekend.
Yes, they travelled to the Great Isles of Scotland.
At a 4 p.m. kickoff. Shame on Glasgow. I'm sure it's pitch availability, but that's a big slog, that going all the way up to Glasgow for a 4 p.m. kickoff. Not going to be getting home till daft o'clock.
But it does allow the team to get up there with enough time to be prepared.
Yeah.
All the players have to do either take the day off or go into work hurt and tired. You know what's going to happen. You know where you're traveling to. Make the right preparations. It's simple as that. You can't always we can't always blame the travel for the reason why we've lost games or whatever. You know when it is. You have the amount of time to prepare yourself. Make the right adjustments to everything.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure they found out it was a 4 p.m. kickoff on social media. Just as an FYI, I might be wrong.
Wait, hold up. Oh, so they didn't even talk to the. Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I'm again. Since I've been doing this, I speak to quite a few people. All great conversations. But listen, I think that'll just motivate them even more to get the job done. I am very much looking forward to the football this weekend. There's some absolute belting fixtures. And I can't wait for you to ask me for my predictions later, but we'll go through that later.
Okay, cool. Next up, we're going to go down to South. We're going to go to Solent Thrashers versus Portsmouth Dreadnoughts. The game ended 44-8. The winners being Solent Thrashers. I'm not shocked.
I'm not shocked, but I think Portsmouth have been very hit and miss this season.
Yes.
So they need to off-season find out how to get that consistency, whether it's recruitment, coaching.
So they are playing in a weaker division, obviously. So again, regardless of who made it up from that division, whoever got second place in that division, even the first place, it's going to be a tough outing for them the next game because we'll see what happens. But I don't know if Solent are going to be able to do it, depending on what happens. But Portsmouth, I think everyone was expecting a bigger fight from them.
Well, yeah, no, I agree on that. I'm sure Portsmouth will have said that as well. But Solent have now got to play Stallions.
Yeah, I'm going to be at that game.
And who are you thinking? Oh, in fact, we'll do that later. Let's not ruin the surprise later. Let's not ruin the surprise later. But no, big scoring game. Solent will have loads of momentum going into that Stallions game, which we're going to talk about later.
Yes.
The next one in that division shocked me, but we'll get to that in a moment.
Let's talk about it. So, in Division 1, we had London Olympians 18, South Wales Warriors 0. I'm not surprised.
Mate,
I'm not shocked. I said it last week. You did. Here's the thing. So, I said it last week. The travel would probably kill that. Will probably be the reason why they lost, because this is the exact same fixture that happened last year. And the Olympians had to travel all the way to South Wales. Now that the fact that it's been reversed, we see the outcome of what's happened. So that travel does take a big play into it. Yeah. But it does look like the Olympians were good enough to at least do 3 scores.
Yeah.
So did South Wales not have enough players? Were Olympians just that much better than them? The questions. I wish I could give you the answer, because we have a rematch in the next round as well. That's what makes it even crazier. We have a perfect storm in the Division 1 semi-finals. But again, congratulations to all those teams that won this week, because you had to do a lot. You know? And it's true. Adam, that is very true. Travel is a killer. And if the Warriors did win, they would have had to travel all the way to East Kent. They would have had to travel all the way to... Now, that would have been dire. But that's Division 1 and Division 2 playoffs first rounds done, Mateo. We don't have any Prem games this weekend, because the Prem don't finish until the 9th and the 10th of August. Because we have just the Division 1 semi-finals. That's all we have this weekend. We have 4 games. The season is coming to an end.
I'm ready for this bit.
Okay. Well, let's go to Division 1 semi-finals in the North. We got Glasgow Tigers versus Scunthorpe Alphas. Who are you going with? Well, actually, who are you going with, Mateo?
Alphas by at least 2 scores.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I'll back you on that.
Yeah.
I do believe Scunthorpe Alphas will beat Glasgow Tigers.
But I would like to say this. I do feel bad for the standard of Scottish football. And the standard might be a good standard. We're only going to find out this Sunday. But having so few teams in such a large area isn't helping Scottish football. There should be so many more. So it's up to someone to step up and try and help that get rectified. I don't really know how to do it. But how many teams did there used to be, mate? There used to be all sorts.
I'd say about 8 in Scotland overall.
And we got 3, 4.
Yeah, it's true. It's gone down, but again, it's a bit harder due to the fact that even in other parts of the country, teams are struggling to get players. Now, our players from Scotland are going to want to travel down south if they had to. Would they be willing? So the product itself, regardless, is not there, and players don't want to be traveling at 3 a.m. on a Sunday morning to go play a game at 2 p.m. to then get home the next night
at 3 p.m.
So there's a lot of things to look at alongside. Does Scotland just create their own league, or is there? So it's difficult.
It's a double-edged sword either way, isn't it? Really? Yeah.
So it's a hard one to really mold over and have a look at. But we will have our time when the season finishes to actually show if we had the power, if we had the money and whatever, how would we set up our own leagues? Maybe this is something that you could address.
I fully intend on doing that.
Yeah. So
I've got loads of the info I'll be releasing once the season's finished.
So that is something that would be interesting to have a look at. But the next game in that division on Sunday will be Yorkshire Rams versus Merseyside Nighthawks. Now, I think everybody knows, if you've been watching this for the whole entire season, you know who I'm picking. I am picking Yorkshire Rams to win this game. And then I expect the final game to be Yorkshire Rams versus Scunthorpe Alphas, where Rams will take the win, but both teams get promoted up. So it's all good. Mateo seems triggered. What's wrong, Mateo? Are you upset that the Rams are probably the stronger team in that division? Or do you believe that Merseyside would absolutely destroy Yorkshire? Huh?
I'm going to pick.
Oh, wow. He's going Merseyside.
I'm going to pick Hawks.
Oh, so what made you feel so compelled to feel shocked? What's the shock factor that you put there?
They've recruited really well. Off-season, they've recruited really well. Up until half-time, they've kept even though they've been beaten by some teams, they've kept it within if they've been working week in, week out, maybe Sandwell were actually really good, but Nighthawks have just been working really well towards the end of that season. I don't know. Listen, we've had some shocks this weekend. Maybe last weekend, we might get some shocks this weekend. I'm just throwing a roll of the dice, mate. We'll see what happens.
There was only one shock on the weekend, and that was your team. Your team
I think Nighthawks, that was a bit of a...
Oh, yeah. It's not, of course, Division 1 was playing as well.
Do you see what I mean? So,
yeah. I don't know. I don't think Nighthawks...
If I'm wrong, how well? You know what I mean? But again, I'm really looking forward to these games on the weekend.
Do you know, it's crazy. This is probably the one week that someone actually will get 100% on their picks.
Can you imagine the uproar if it's me?
Oh God, that would be crazy. But I think we actually might be split on the next game that we're about. Well, the next 2 games anyway. So
On, mate,
I don't think we're ever gonna be completely on the same page on this one. So the next game is in the Division 1 South, and we have the number 1 seeded Wembley Stallions versus the number 4 seeded Solent Thrashers.
You can go first.
So I'm actually gonna be going to this game on the weekend, I believe, unless other things have changed and I'm not able to. But I am planning to be at this game. I plan to witness something special because this will be Wembley Stallions. If they win, this will be the second time they've done it back to back in the season to get to that promotion, to get to that fight, to get to the finals. As much as I enjoy, and I know a lot of players at Solent as well, I am gonna go with the number 1 ranked team, Wembley Stallions, to get this win.
Okay.
Yourself?
I'm gonna go for Solent Thrashers.
Yeah, I thought so. Why?
Big momentum going into a big game. Am I right? I'd have to look back at the division, but Wembley haven't been scoring big or conceding big, have they? They've been quite a...
They haven't conceded anything. They haven't really conceded. They conceded like 24 points all season.
But then they've only scored like 100.
They've scored 409 points.
I would like to retract my thing. So Wembley Stallions,
Nope.
yes.
No.
I'll be going for Wembley Stallions. We're going to go back 30 seconds. Yeah, Stallions.
Nope. Your first answer is your first choice.
Your microphone's breaking. We can't hear you. It's the Stallions.
No, you said Solent, so we will be sticking.
Let it go. It's happened.
You will be sticking with Solent, so that's fine. Next up, we have round 3. Round 3, ladies and gentlemen. East Kent Mavericks host the London Olympians at the Ranch. This is the 3rd time these teams are going to be meeting. Now, I'm sure Adam's gonna chime in at some point. Who are you going for, East Kent or the Olympians?
You're from the south, mate. You go first. I go second.
To be fair, I already know. The first matchup was tight. The second matchup wasn't even close. And I believe the second matchup was at the Olympians' home ground as well. That East Kent Mavericks walked in and took over their turf and went home. I'm going to give it to East Kent Mavericks to get the win.
Mm-hmm.
I just think they're probably going to have too much firepower. And actually, I don't know if I can say it, so I will leave that alone for now. But yeah, I'm going with East Kent Mavericks to win this game.
Yeah, I'm going to go for the Mavericks too.
Fair enough.
We agree.
Fair enough. We agree. Okay, so if our winners do win, let's say it does turn out to be, even though in the North both teams get promoted,
mm-hmm.
Who out of those 4 teams would you say are more likely to win the overall Division 1, being the overall winners completely? Who are you giving this to?
I'd be guessing, mate. Look, with what you've said, Stallions just look like they've just been...
No. Division 1 only. Because the South have the promotion and relegation match.
Sorry, say that again.
Who in the North?
Yeah.
Are you gonna say will take control and be the overall winner in Division 1 North?
Alphas.
Oh, you are that's your...
Yeah.
Sticking to your guns.
Yep. First game was really close. They've recruited well. They haven't stopped working. Yeah, he's got a tight chip there. Yeah.
Okay, fair. Yeah, there's no need to answer me that question anyway. But again, these episodes are gonna get shorter as the season goes on. As we're coming to the end, we have not many more things to say. We have got there, obviously, as you heard from Mateo earlier, there is something special coming along.
I'm excited for that.
At some point, that announcement will come out. I am sort of excited to see how it goes, and I may appear on a show or two. Who knows?
Are you gonna come in the first one?
We will. Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is always a great thing to see everybody showing up. And the season's almost finished. Can you believe that it was April this season started, and we're now near the end?
Honestly, mate, it's a bit of an emotional one for me because it's like I've lost 4 stone since that first game.
Yeah.
When I found out I was playing tackle instead of guard. So it's a bit of an emotional one because I am not playing next season. Like my body can't take it no more. So it's a bittersweet moment because I'll be honest, I was in tears on Sunday and it was happy tears.
Oh.
And I walked straight over to. We've got a player called Hodor, and if you don't know who Hodor is in the northern scene, he's exactly what you know, big, massive guy. And me and him have both lost a final. I lost. Well, we both lost it when we were both at Spartans, and he's lost it when he was at Chester Romans. And we both kind of looked at each other and went, "We're not doing that again. We're getting this done, and we're getting our ring. We've been involved in this sport for too long." And that's the one thing I like about this new structure. But it's absolutely flown by, and I keep saying to the younger players, these are the best days of your life. Just go out and enjoy them. So yeah, it's not, the only saving grace of when this finishes is that we get the NFL every Sunday. That's what I like about it. When the NFL finishes, your season's kind of hotting up because you're getting prepared. You should be 4-6 weeks into your program. But no, mate, it's been a brilliant season. I'm not talking like it's ending now, but I'm excited for the rest of my one. We've got 4 weeks to prepare for whatever Sheffield team we're going to get. There's some cracking fixtures this weekend. The Prem, we've got the North Prem especially. We've got Titans versus Coventry. If Coventry win, I'm pretty sure they get the title. I might be wrong.
Yes. Whoever wins is the champions.
Yeah, that's going to be a belter of a game. So there's just so, even though there's loads of teams they're not in it, there's still so much to watch and enjoy.
Yeah.
So no, I'm looking forward to it. We need to do like an end of season like drink up. We'll have like bottles of champagne or something. We'll just get bladdered as we're doing this. Talk about controversial stuff. Not too much. The Instagrams will get on another one, but
yeah. But we are actually streaming a game this weekend. If you do want to see the third matchup, we will be streaming East Kent Mavericks versus London Olympians. So that, if I'm correct, I might not be right, but I believe that is that what you're aiming at, Adam? There. But yeah, it's going to be a great game. If you can't get down to watch it, just flip on the YouTube and have a watch yourself. But it's been real.
Yeah, it's been the short ones. We usually run over. No, it's all good.
It's been real. It's been a great aspect. Also, congratulations to London Warriors Women's, who won their division this weekend gone. As well as the men won the division last week, as well against the London Blitz, and they have one more game against Bristol Aztecs to play. So that should be an interesting matchup as well. But ladies and gentlemen, it's been nice. It's been short. It's been quick. Not all the time. But my name is Micah, and this has been fantastic. This is
Matteo. Thank you very much.
I hope you all have a great week, and we will see you next week, Monday. If not, we will see you at games on Sunday. Catch you all later.